Kahit saglit, ano ba yan? Bakit? I wanted to sleep, ma. Kahit saglit lang, pero ayaw talaga. Ayaw. Sobra. La 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 la. Ang pangit-pangit ng schedule ko kasi every 30 minutes yung pagitan eh. Wala man lang akong rest. Ano ba yan? Sorry. Hindi na naman ako. Kaya aga-aga, nag-iingay. Buisit. Well, anyways. Hello there sa inyo. Happy New Year! I love you more than a song. Na, 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 na. It's then what you have required. I love you. Falling white. Ano ba yan? Hello! Grabe. Wala akong tulog. Tonight! Mamaya lalabas tayo. Maglalakwat siya. Mamaya talaga. Sino kaya to? Napupudpud na yung kuko ko, promise. This time I hold you, you look so beautiful in white. This day I cherish. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you hear me clearly? Great. All right. By the way, my name is Teacher Lucia, and I'm glad to have you here in my class. Am I talking too fast or too slow? Oh, okay. Okay, that's great. All right. By the way, what is your name? Oh, Ricardo. Nice. Nice name, Ricardo. Okay, Ricardo, how are you doing? Okay. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so what time is it in your place? It's nearly 4 p.m., so you're going to celebrate New Year's Eve. How do you celebrate New Year's Eve in your place? Oh, cool. So you don't celebrate New Year's Eve? Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, all right. So for some, they go out to join the countdown, but if you don't, then maybe you have your Netflix or whatever that you can do in your home, or you can go out, you can go to the restaurant perhaps. Okay. All right. So could you please introduce yourself, Ricardo? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. You usually that's great. All right. So how long you've been learning English? Oh, nearly 2 years. But you have your English subject since you were in what grade? Yeah, so perhaps you've been learning English since you were in elementary or middle school, middle high school. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, I understand because actually I taught in China, and most of what they do is audio learning language, in which they're just going to listen to audio, and then they have some tasks to do, and then they're just going to pass that to their teacher, right? Yeah, that's what they've been doing. Yeah, yeah, and you never had the chance to speak to any other foreigners, right? Yeah. Okay, so what's the reason why you're learning English now? Since you said it's 2 years. Mm-hmm. 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 But yeah, you are lack of words to say because for the reason that you don't know how to say it, or you might be how you are questioning your mind if your answer is correct. All right, they might agree or disagree with you, or perhaps your thinking is your grammar might be wrong, right? But not all, to be honest, we are not all grammarians, and even Westerners, they cannot speak fully correct grammars. They don't consider yourselves being that perfect in grammars. But well, if you are a you said that you are majoring in English, and that is considered that you have to do it in a way that not too perfect, but at least you're trying your best to follow the grammar structure and a lot of yes a lot of to consider in grammar. Learning grammar is not just so. You have to go to the basic. That is the first and foremost that you have to consider when learning grammar is to go to the basic so that you know where to start and level up. As the days go by, you're going to level up. Yeah. So you are learning, you are studying in Bangkok, and your major is English education, right? Mm. Okay, so what made you study there in Bangkok? Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. So aside from that, because you are studying, so what do you do during your free time? Just reading. Mm-hmm. Just reading. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, you are doing self-learning. All right. So do you consider learning or watching videos or watching movies help you improve your English? So fast, right? Okay, but have you tried? Have you tried watching YouTube? YouTube, you can adjust YouTube. YouTube videos, yes, and also it has subtitles wherein you can also practice. If not, then try to listen to English music, right? Because music has free grammars, right? It's error free. And yeah, most of the time, if you are thinking of yourself being a perfect grammarian, you cannot attain your goal. Especially when you when you want to express yourself. Expressing yourself is not how your grammar is perfect, but your thoughts that comes from within. Okay, because only grammar comes when you already perfect the structures in grammar, you have already that great background in grammar, then that would be in the case you can express yourself with correct grammar, perfect grammar. But for starters, you need to you need to follow what your mind is speaking, right? So what is your favorite topic that you are into? What is your favorite topic? Yeah, what is your favorite topic that you want to talk about with your girlfriend or with your friends? Oh, militaries. It's all about job. Mostly what you do. What? Mhm. Right. Mhm. 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 Right. Mhm. Okay. So have you joined any speaking test before? Ah, 1 year ago, you had your IELTS simulation. Okay, so how was it? 5.5. Okay, the reason. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, fine for the speaking, but yeah, that's the hardest part. For some, they said that speaking is the hardest part. But yeah, for some reason that you cannot speak out or you cannot express yourself because your lack of vocabulary, all right, your lack of words, the right words to use. Sometimes you have the word, but sometimes it's misused. All right, but I hope that I still five still is great, especially for Asians. And yeah, okay. And do you have any plan of taking any like TOEFL, TOEIC, and other speaking tests aside from IELTS? Mm-hmm. Next. Right. Okay. So, yeah, actually, you just need to familiarize yourself with all that experiences. Actually, when you are expressing yourself in IELTS, mostly about your experience. It's more on your experience so that you know what you are talking about. You cannot go wrong, especially when you know what you're talking about. So, yeah, I don't exam. Mm-hmm. Exactly. You need, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You need to elongate and expand your answers. It's not just short answers because it's not the yes or no or just the short answers that they are needed. They are looking how you are going to express yourself in English, right? But at least you had already and already had the experience of IELTS simulation, so you know already what you're going to do next time. So what is your band goal? The Yeah. Sorry. No, I mean to say your goal because you said you wanted to take again another. All right, that's cool. Yeah. I think you know already now what you're going to do. So how long you've been preparing for that IELTS before you get into the simulation? Oh, 1 year preparation. Wow. Mm-hmm. 1 year preparation. Wow. Okay, so what is the challenge that you have faced during those time? What is the challenge that you have faced during when you were preparing for your IELTS simulation? Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, do you think it's memorizing? Actually, it's not memorizing. Okay, you need to apply that. Especially when you're speaking, you need to apply it in yourself, especially idiomatic expressions. All right, those are really needed. It's not you're going to memorize only, but you're going to apply it in everyday speaking because you memorize, but sometimes you forget. But if you apply it to yourself, example, you're going to describe your hometown and you are lack of words because you forget the what you memorized. But if you put into action and remember, not only remembering, but you do it in speaking and doing it, then that would be the best one. Kasi, okay. Because some, that is the problem for all these examiners, that they said they must memorize, because learning is not only memorizing. Yeah, it's not only memorizing, and I hope that it would not be in your case. Just memorize it, but you need to use it in your everyday speaking, right? So that would help you increase more vocabulary. Like every day you must add a lot of vocabularies as much as possible, and also idiomatic expression, colloquial terms, something like that. All right. Maybe also during those times when you had your IELTS simulation before, you had a lot of fillers, like and if this can impede communication. And sometimes when you're lack of words and you don't know what you're going to say, sometimes you cut the coherency and you lost coherency if you don't know how to expand, or maybe you don't know what you're talking about. All right, because you might be confused. If you Yes, but if you know these words, you learn it, not only memorize it, then you can go wrong. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. All right. So, have you have a friend who went also like the simulation test? No, only you. Oh. Or. Mm-hmm. Or. Mm-hmm. So have you got the list of have you got the list of comments that your examiner gave you when you had your simulation? Like you have to improve your pronunciation, something like that. Yeah. 1 year ago. Right. So I can sense that why you got it because of lack of vocabulary, also your pronunciation. Sometimes your examiner might be confused of the word that you're using, like usually something like that. 1 year ago, or a year ago, right? Those are some that you need to consider as well. But in your case, now you can speak, you can express yourself in English. It just need to add more idiomatic expression. If you have that list of pattern in how to answer, introducing, you have the body and conclusion in answering the question, then you have to try it one again. And of course, if you still have those questions that you have answered, because actually there are lots of questions that your examiner might ask you, right? But you must be prepared. Yeah. Okay. So I feel those challenges. I think most challenges that IELTS speakers face during those time is that their nervousness. They're nervous. They're kind of worried if they can pass or not. Yeah, and also I think the time frame for speaking, right? Of course. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Okay. And also, once you're nervous and also you're rattled, like you tend to repeat your sentences, right? Your sentence that you want to say, you repeat. You tend to repeat those sentences like, you have the repetition with self correction, right? Then that is considered hesitation. All right, that is considered hesitation, especially when you lock, and then your speech tends to lost coherence already, especially when you're talking about something and then you cut it and then you just jump into one another. You lost coherence. Those are some problems or issues that's being observed during IELTS speaking test. But I do hope that you overcome this. You overcome this. So uh, you're going to prepare again for how long? Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I had already my degree. I had already my TOEFL. I already had my, what else? CELTA. I already had, and IELTS. IELTS. I don't have to have my IELTS because my major is English. Yeah, I have a lot of certificates, of course. I have CELTA, I have CELTA, TOEFL, and TESOL. So I don't need to have IELTS because IELTS, mostly you use IELTS when you go abroad, and I don't need to go abroad. I've been teaching abroad since I was, since 2016, 2000, no, 2015, and it's my major, so it's not a problem at all. Oh, I've been teaching from zero beginner to adults, advanced. Zero beginner to advanced. Oh, actually, speaking about Chinese speaking, because I also had my uh, offline teaching. As I said, I taught in China. So a lot of students that I taught were businessmen. All right. And so, yeah. And so they have like level A, it means to say beginner, mostly beginner, because they cannot express themselves fully. So if you cannot express yourself fully in lack of grammars, and then subject verb agreement, you cannot follow subject verb agreement using prepositions, articles, then that of course consider as level 1. Yeah, actually, most of the Chinese, they are really doing their best to learn English because they wanted to go abroad. That's what the main reason that they keep on saying, I want to go abroad. That's why I want to learn English. I want to enhance my speaking because I usually travel. But the problem is they cannot pronounce correctly. So they want to improve. So speaking about Chinese that I've been taught for how many years already? Because I thought I had Singaporean, Malaysian, Thailand, Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese, Chinese. Okay, it's different nationalities, not only Chinese. But speaking how Chinese speaks, actually your level is way beyond them. Okay, it's sorry. I I said your speaking is way beyond than them. You can express yourself freely, right? With confidence. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an advantage for you because you speak to different nationalities aside from speaking your language. You know what? Most of the Asians, especially Chinese, if they don't speak English, then they tend to forget what they have learned from the previous meetings or from the previous lessons that they had. Example, I had a lot of students that they just went for vacation for a week and then they come back and then they say, "Oh, I forgot. I cannot speak." And it's of course it's pretty obvious that they tend to forget. Right. Mhm. Mhm. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Mhm. And that concerns me a lot because it usually happens not only once but usually not only once they say that I forgot, and you can also sense when they're speaking they lost they lost words, they lost this the lesson that we have our basic grammar and then they lost it. So I said you need to practice every time. If not, you can practice it with your girlfriend or your friends so that at least you don't have to forget what you have learned, because that is very important. It's very crucial in our life to practice. Practice makes perfect, you know. So even if you're speaking with your classmates, it's much better when you have your girlfriend. Is your girlfriend a Chinese or all right? All right, so that's what you're going to do. You have to practice speaking English, both of you, and and then you would notice that oh, it's improving, because some they said that can I have the can I learn how to do the accent? It's not the accent that you're going to learn, because accent comes from within. Once you know how to express yourself, then that would be the next target that you're going to get. Because even if you have the accent but you don't know what you're talking about, you are always losing coherency, fluency, and accuracy. Then that would be in the case a problem. All right. Mm-hmm. 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 Expressing, yeah. Mm-hmm. The most important. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. Actually, you can really express yourself confidently. However, there were some words mispronounced words that you cannot pronounce well, like usually, right? And 1 years ago, so you need to follow subject verb agreement, something like that, and of course, you need to add more some of no, it's not actually. You are not confused, and there are. I haven't heard yet that you lost coherency. That is what I noticed, that you didn't lose coherency. Okay, and you were, yeah. When no, I was asking questions, you were able to respond in a way that you extended your answers. All right, but more importantly, you need to add more idiomatic expressions. That's very important. Idiomatic expressions. Idiomatic expressions. All right. So example, when we have idiomatic expression, example, you add some mm, pull a leg, something like that. Yes. Hold on. That is another idiomatic expression. Okay. Pull someone's leg. Those are some idiomatic expression. I think you need to focus in learning also idiomatic expression and then put them in your speaking. Like, which is why. That is why. Yes, those are phrases, idiomatic phrases or idiomatic expressions. Yes. Pull someone's leg. All right. Hold on. A lot of actually that you can learn if you are going to dig deeper in English. All right. Because you can express yourself. Yeah. Now you need to cram that's what you're going to focus on when you are going to cram. All right. So, mm-hmm. Exactly. All right, so thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your evening. Oh, is it evening there? Oh, afternoon. Okay, and then have a happy new year then because it's almost, yeah, how many hours left for countdown? Okay? Yes. All right, so thank you so much. Have a great afternoon. Bye for now. Bye. See you. Tulog muna ako saglit, 6:30